All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about Pacers versus the Cavs, which has taken a wild turn, and we're going to talk about Warriors Wolves game one. So, yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. We only got two games to talk about. I don't think we need to go over the bracket, at least to my knowledge. Pretty much, pretty much the same. Uh, Yeah, pretty much same. Don't need to go over it. So if you like what I have to say, like the video. If you have your own opinion, comment them down below. And if you just like the vibes, consider subscribing. Let's jump right into it. The game of the night, really. Well, both these games were very good, but the one that was really a stunner, that was really a wild turn of events, was Cavs versus Pacers. This was the what matchup is this? This is the 1-4 matchup. The Cavs are the best team in the East by record, and they have looked terrible. They have looked really bad. The Cavs lost this game 119 to the Pacers 120. They lost to a Tyrese Halliburton game-winning shot, three-pointer, I should say, game-winning three-pointer. And yeah, this. If you're a Cavs fan, this was a tough watch. This was a tough watch for you, especially coming off the last game, um, where you dropped that one as well. The Pacers are ahead 2-0. They took both of your home games. Just a really sad state of affairs for the Cavs right now. And it was reported yesterday that both Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and what's his name? DeAndre Hunter. I almost said Jonathan Hunter. I don't know why I said Jonathan Hunter. DeAndre Hunter were all questionable. Um, Darius Garland has been dealing with that sprained toe since last series, so he hasn't played at all, almost at all in the playoffs. Hunter and Mobley. Uh, Hunter had a sprained thumb, and Mobley had a sprained ankle or has a sprained ankle. They both did not play in this game. Um, that came out relatively like maybe a couple hours before tip. They were questionable, and then they were just fully out of the game. Did not suit up at all. So it was Donovan Mitchell and the other guys. The other guys being Donovan Mitchell, Ty Jerome, Max Strus, Dean Wade, and Jared Allen, and then a bunch of guys off the bench. Really, really tough lineup. Really. Oh man, this lineup is. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a game," and it was a game where Donovan Mitchell put his backpack on. He had to carry the team, and he gave this game everything. He had 48 points, uh, 4 steals, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. He did have 4 personal fouls, 5 turnovers, not the best, and he didn't shoot the best either. He was 15 for 30 overall from field goal, only made 1 3. And through the course of the game, um, you could tell towards the end he was really tired. He played 36 minutes, um, probably the most he's played in a while since in the regular season they sort of got to rest intermittently. Um, Obviously, last series when they played the Heat, they didn't really need to try that hard. So this is the most minutes he's probably played in a good while here. But I think it was late or mid fourth quarter. He took some big hits. He got dunked on by oh man, who was it? He got dunked on by Aaron Neesmith. Um, and he just got like shell shocked. He didn't even get hit. He was trying to like stop him, and he just got hit. Um, and then what he got hit someplace else. I forget if he was bringing up the ball or somebody else was bringing up the ball, and they like fell on him or like they fell near him, and he was just shocked. Um, Donovan got the worst of it last night because he got the Pacers' full attention. Um, the Cavs did throughout the course of the first half had a really good game. They were defending home court. They were really trying. They were really going deep, um, trying to extend the lead. And when Donovan started running out of gas and Donovan started getting like shaken up and like he was hobbling a little bit, um, they just fell apart. He didn't exit the game. Donovan stayed in the game. He tried his best. Um, Credit to these other guys in the starting lineup. Jared Allen with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks. Max Strus, 23 points, four assists, 4 rebounds. Um, didn't Took a lot of threes, didn't make a lot, about just split them. And the other guys really didn't come along to help. Ty Jerome was bad last night. Dean Wade was bad last night. Isaac Okoro bad last night. Yeah, and then Sam Merrill off the bench, 14 points. Gave a little something, but man, they really tried throughout the course of the game. And I was watching somebody talk about this, and they said they put it perfectly. I think it was Dennis Scott on the NBA TV post game show. He said they played the Cavs played about 46 minutes of good basketball, and then the final 2 minutes for the full 48-minute game, they were bad. They were really bad, and they gave it up. Um, this was the situation I was talking about in my last video. If it was only reported that Mobley and Hunter and Garland were questionable, mostly Mobley and Hunter were questionable. I said if those two guys don't play, the Cavs are going to be in a very hard spot. They're going to be in a very tricky spot. They're going to have it's going to be hanging over their heads that they could lose this second game and they could lose home court and they're going to have to go to Indiana and win two. There's no question you have to win two in Indiana now. And that's what they did. They dropped it. They dropped the game. And they dropped it behind the efforts of a Tyrese Halliburton. Where is he right here? A 19-point game. Not his best performance. 9 rebounds, 4 assists. But he made the big shots. He made the big plays. The other guys on the Pacers, Nembhard 13, Turner 23, Aaron Nesmith 23, Pascal Siakam 12. Where is it? What is this? Benedict Mathurin 19. These guys look like they came out and won game one, and they were like, okay, in game two we can just go through the motions. That was the first half. In the second half, I don't know what their coach Rick Carlisle said to them. Um, I really don't know, but he lit a fire under them, and he really pressured them to say, hey, we need this. We need the second game. Why not? Why not just get the second game too? And he pushed them. He pushed them to be better, and the Pacers were better in the second half. Rick Carlisle, an NBA champion in 2010, 2011 with the Mavs, so he knows what it's like to be in these situations. Say, hey, why not? We are the better team. The Pacers walked around in the second half, and they played in the second half like they were the better team, and it was just so crazy to watch. The turning of the tides. You felt for the Cavs because you were like, oh, they're gonna win this game, right? It's at home. It's the second game at home. You drop one, you win the next one. That's usually how it goes. And everybody's just making fun of the Cavaliers, how they're the fake number one seed. They did all this hard work in the regular season just to end up having badly timed injuries, having the role players having shitty games, um, and the Pacers have just come off this high of, again, I said this in another video. They exercised a lot of demons when they beat the Bucks. They finally got one over on the Bucks. They beat them in convincing fashion, and they've taken that momentum and they've come into this Cavs series, and they just have their foot on the gas. At times, they were on cruise control in the first half of this game, but then they put their foot back on the gas, and they really pushed it. And uh, yeah, man, this was a game that was so important for the Cavs. So important. I don't even think I need to say it, but it was so important to split. You should always win both at home. They didn't win both at home. Then you double down. And you say, well, we just win one at home. We'll be okay. Now you've lost both at home. You need to go into Indiana and you need to win two. And I don't think this Cavs team can do it. From what I've heard, Mobley isn't right, Hunter isn't right, and they're gonna feel the pressure of, hey, we set out this game, this crucial game. We need to come back this next game in Indiana and play. And they're not gonna be 100%. And if you're not 100%, you're not beating this Pacers team. I'm talking 100% as a player. Like if I don't feel 100%, if I'm not 100% healthy, I'm gonna get caught lacking. I'm gonna get caught on all these types of screens, the motion, the individual ISO scores, the Tyrese Halliburton, um, um, run that he's on. To talk more about the end of the game quickly here, um, Tyrese Halliburton, the man of the night, has I said this in my last video. He's ascended. I've never been the biggest Tyrese Halliburton fan. When he was in Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox, I was always De'Aaron Fox guy, so I had to pick Fox, and I always thought Tyrese is cool. He's a good player. He could be good in this league. I didn't see this from Tyrese. Tyrese is cold blooded. Um, Let me get the game by game up for you here, the play by play. At the end of the game, let me get it up for you real quick. Um, with about 27 seconds left, Pascal Siakam for the Pacers drives for layup and makes it, making it 116 to 119. The Cavs take a timeout. Ty Jerome comes in the game. Donovan Mitchell comes in the game. He was shaken up on that play, on a play previous where he had been sitting out just a little bit. They just wanted him to catch his breath. Um, and then the timeout ends. They try to inbound the ball. Max Strus tries to inbound the ball. It's stolen by Nembhard. Nembhard gives it to Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton gets fouled by Ty Jerome, and it sends him to the line. He makes one, right? And I don't know if it was the play. I don't know what they talked about in these situations. Tyrese, I think he intentionally missed it. He intentionally misses the second free throw. Um, there's a scuttle for the rebound. Somehow Tyrese gets his own rebound, dribbles the ball out to the 3-point line, breaks Ty Jerome's ankles, and nails a 24-footer. Um, it was insane. In the moment, it was shocking. It was so shocking, and you could tell in the arena in the Rocket Mortgage Field House, the Cavs home court, everybody in the arena was stunned. Even the Cavs players were stunned because you don't expect that kind of you expect that kind of thing to happen. Um, and yeah, that's really it for this Cavs game. And now the Cav, I think the Cav, I said Cavs in 7 or 6, somewhere around that ballpark. Um, the Pacers might be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. They might be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know the last time they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let me see here. Let me pull it up for you. Um, Let me pull it up for you. Let me see. When was the last time they're in the Western Conference Final or the Eastern Conference Finals? Pardon me. For sure. Oh. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a long time ago. Oh wait, no. Wait, when was this? When was this? Oh, they were there last year. Oh no, that was 2023, 2024. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn. That's how eventful it was. I've completely forgot about that. When did the Oh, yeah, because they got swept. That's why. That's why I didn't remember it because they got swept last time they were in the conference finals. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't remember it. All right, yeah, they lost to Boston. Makes sense. There's a different Pacers team though. We got to see how things pan out, but I might take this Pacers team against anybody in the East right now because they're on fire. Speaking of another team on fire, um, with some great momentum coming off a 7-game series. The Warriors, they went into Minnesota and beat the Timberwolves 99 to the Wolves 88. Um, this game was interesting for a lot of reasons. We'll get to those reasons in a second. In this game, just for clarity, Steph Curry only played 13 minutes, had 13 points, 1 assist. 1 rebound, and you would say, huh, Steph Curry doesn't play. You should probably lose this game, right? That, in fact, was not the case. This was last game for the Warriors. It was in Houston, and it was the Buddy Hield game. And this game, the first game in Minnesota, was the others game. Was the Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler duo, and everybody else versus the Timberwolves. Man, I really don't know what to say about this game besides if you want to see it, watch the highlights. Um, the defense that the Warriors brought to this game, even when Steph Curry played the 13 minutes that he did, um, was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. They put almost everybody on the Timberwolves in a bind. They put them in in jail essentially. I'm gonna read some stats for you for the Timberwolves here, and then we'll talk about Steph Curry in a second here. For the Timberwolves, Julius Randle, 18 points, 4 of 11 shooting. I'm more referring to the Warriors defense, but this is why I'm telling you these numbers. Jaden McDaniels, 12 points for the Wolves, 6 of 12. Rudy Gobert, 4 of 7, 9 points. Mike Conley, 0 points, 0 of 5. Anthony Edwards, 9 of 22. He did heat up. He did hit his first three. His only three at some point. That shooting clip they had in the regular season looked like it wasn't there in this game. Naz Reid gave you 19 off the bench. He probably had the best percentage. 8 of 14, 3 of 7 from field goal and three, respectively. And yeah, the Warriors put these guys in a bind. And the reason why the Warriors put these guys in the bind is because Steph Curry didn't play. And Steph Curry isn't the greatest defender. Um, but when they did have to go out there without him, they ran some very interesting lineups. They ran some really smart lineups by Steve Kerr. Um, Steph Curry left the game um, with his left hamstring bothering him, and it didn't look that serious. And he sort of limped off the court, but he was running in the tunnel, so it didn't, people were optimistic. And it came out this morning, it came out this afternoon that reported by ESPN's Shams Charania that Stephen Curry has sustained a grade 1 left hamstring strain. Try to say that 3 times fast. And we ruled out for Game 2 against Minnesota on Thursday. Sources tell ESPN it is his first strained muscle of Steph Curry's career, so exact return timetable is unclear due to first rehab like this. So I'm taking that as he's going to miss Game 2 and Game 3. So um, the Warriors could possibly come into Game 2 and try to win Game 2, which I think they will try to do behind Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, which that duo was not bad. It looked a bit um, lethargic. It looked a bit too methodical at times because they both like to play a certain style, but it worked out. And there was a play. It was at the end of the game when the Wolves tried to close the gap on the lead. They it was a Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green pick and roll, and Draymond sets the pick. Draymond rolls. Jimmy cuts to the basket with the ball, and Jimmy dumps it off to Draymond Green, who tries to put it up, misses the layup, and then Jimmy gets the layup and puts it back in for 2 points. It was so odd. It was so clunky, and it was just so it was so weird to watch, but it worked. It was like it was so weird. The other guys on the Warriors, Buddy Hield, again, another good game. 24 points, 5 for 8 from three, 7 of 19 overall from field goal. Made all his free throws. He had some little helps off the bench. Jonathan Kuminga, 7 points. Helped a little bit. Had one block. Kevon Looney, who's going to get some more burn this series, I hope. 2 points for 6 rebounds. Um, Gary Payton, 8 points. Pat Spencer, 4 points. It was an important 4 points. And he had 2 steals as well. Pat Spencer did. So yeah, this was a game for the Warriors, man. This was a game that you like to see from them. They are the lower seed in this matchup. They are the 7th seed. The Wolves are the 6th seed. The Wolves are coming off a pretty convincing win against the Lakers, and the Warriors are coming off a series against the Rockets where it took them 7 games to get the job done. So you're gonna deal with these injuries. You hoped it was not Steph Curry who was your ray of light on this team. He's the guy that the team operates around, that a lot of their offense operates around. But I think this was a very positive thing for the Warriors to experience that. Hey, we're gonna have to go through Jimmy Butler. We're gonna have to go through Draymond Green. We're gonna have to find that extra piece. Is it Buddy Hield for the next 2, 3 games? I don't know. Or game 2 and game 3. I don't know. I think one of the biggest things is that this team has depth, and this team got a lot of confidence in that depth, winning this game last night. And on the other side for the Wolves, um, this was a game where just Anthony Edwards played badly, and everybody else sort of played badly too. These games are going to happen, um, especially when you have a bit more rest. You're going to be a little bit rusty. You're going to come out and think, "Oh, we can beat this Warriors team. They're tired. They don't want it." And they didn't. And the Wolves are going to have to come out with a lot more energy. They had some really good runs in there throughout the course of this game, but it wasn't enough, obviously. And I think I think there's going to be some. I know the Wolves coach Chris Finch loves this lineup. This is his best lineup he can throw out, but Rudy Gobert might need to come off the bench if the Warriors are going to run small. Then this was the thing that was talked about. I didn't talk about it because I thought it was pretty obvious that Rudy Gobert, a guy who doesn't shoot threes, a guy who really doesn't have a post move, is more of a run, jump, dunk kind of guy. Um, he's not gonna be able to play this series. Um, he might be able to play a little bit more since Steph Curry isn't out there, and they aren't going to run the pick and roll as much, or they aren't going to have Steph Curry in those pick and run situations where Steph runs around the court and Rudy Gobert is going to get switched on him. And these other guys, Mike Conley is a little bit older, Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo, Nikhil Alexander Walker. Those guys are a bit more, what's the word? Prepared to deal with that sort of stuff versus a guy like Rudy Gobert who's 7'2", who really can't run after a guy like Steph Curry who's 6'3" on a good day. So yeah, do I think the Warriors win game 2? Probably not. I think Anthony Edwards probably has one good game in his pocket at home. If at least that, I shouldn't say one good. He's gonna have more than one good game at home, but um, it's probably be next game. Probably put your foot on the gas a little bit. And yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else. Don't need to go over the bracket. I mean, we're down to the final 8, and it's been great basketball, man. It's been supreme basketball, supreme basketball. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Cheers.